Hey there! Today, we're going to jump into a really core concept in psychology, something that explains so much about us, the difference between our internal mind and our external behavior. Let's get right into it.
So let's kick things off with a question I think pretty much everyone can relate to. Have you ever been, say, incredibly nervous on the inside, but you're trying your best to look cool and calm on the outside? Or maybe you've put on a brave face when you were actually feeling pretty down. Well, that little gap, that disconnect between our inner world and our outer actions, that is exactly what we're digging into today.
All right, so first up, let's talk about the mind. The best way to think about it is like your own private internal universe. It's the home base for all the thoughts, feelings, and memories that really no one else can see.
So what is the mind exactly? Well, in psychology, it's basically the sum of all your internal subjective experiences. We're talking about every random thought that pops into your head, every deep feeling you have, and every single complex emotion. It's the entire show running inside your head, even the parts you're not fully aware of.
And you know, the mind isn't just one thing. It's this collection of amazing cognitive processes that are always running. Take perception, for instance. That's how you interpret the lyrics of a song and what they mean to you. Or your attention. That's like a mental spotlight you can shine on just one conversation in a super crowded room. And then you've got memory, your ability to use language, and how you figure out problem solving. All of these are incredibly complex jobs happening completely inside your inner world.
Okay, so let's flip to the other side of the coin now, behavior. If the mind is our inner world, then behavior is our outer world. It's the part of you that everyone else can actually see and react to. So what is behavior? Simply put, it's any action or reaction that someone else can observe. If they can see you do it or hear you say it, yeah, that counts as behavior.
And behavior comes in all sorts of flavors. There's verbal communication, the actual words we speak. Then there's all that nonverbal communication, like a quick smile or nervously fidgeting with your hands. We have obvious physical movements, like getting up to walk across a room, and even physiological responses, like when you blush or your heart starts racing so fast a doctor could measure it. Yep, those are all observable behaviors too.
Okay, so we've looked at the mind and we've looked at behavior. Now for the main event. Let's put them side by side to make the difference crystal clear. Here's where it all clicks into place. The mind is our internal, cognitive world. It's all about our thoughts. Behavior, on the other hand, is external and overt, meaning it's right out there in the open. And that brings us to the most important point. Since we can't literally see someone's thoughts, we can only infer what's going on in their mind by observing their behavior. Let's paint a picture here. Imagine someone is about to give a huge presentation. Internally, in their mind, they're feeling this intense anxiety. Their thoughts are racing, they have that feeling of dread, but their behavior? They look totally calm. They're speaking clearly, not showing any of that inner turmoil. In this case, the internal state and the external action are worlds apart. And this works the other way around too. Think about a competitive athlete. Their behavior on the field might look really aggressive, right? But that doesn't automatically mean their mind is filled with anger. That aggression could just be a learned strategy to help them win. So again, the behavior we see doesn't always tell the whole story of what's happening inside.
So, why does this matter so much? What's the so what here? Why is this distinction between mind and behavior so important? Well, this simple idea is pretty much the foundation of psychology. To really understand human experiences, you have to look at both pieces of this puzzle. By observing behavior, psychologists can make educated guesses, inferences, about what's going on in the mind. This is exactly how they develop effective treatments by working on both the internal feelings and the external actions. And ultimately, recognizing this gap is key to promoting mental health and well-being for all of us.
So, we'll leave you with this to think about. Knowing that what you see on the outside isn't always the full story, how does that change the way you see yourself? And maybe the way you see the people around you? It's a powerful little reminder to approach others and ourselves with just a bit more curiosity and empathy.